Hello, Divine Creator. Inhale the power and the joy and the wonder that you are. And exhale any limiting beliefs, any smallness, any contraction in the body. Let's talk about the mind as we are stepping into the major theme of power this year and how we can further our journey without some of the limiting beliefs and limiting systems operating in the body so fully. So the mind is easy to program, which is a good thing, easy to reduce to fear, and it sends those shock waves and a kind of paralysis into the body at times when we feel fear, when we follow things through to conclusions in our mind. And it's not actually our reality. It's just learnt responses that the mind is picking up. There's many ways that we've been programmed through imagery, statements, movies, and multiple other ways. And that all of those can induce this paralysis state in the body and this sometimes overthinking or many things that we deal with constantly. The more we practice and ingest these fear-producing factors in our lives and other belief systems, the more that becomes your personality and the more you wire your body. Through the mind, it sends signals to the body. We have hormones, cortisol, and all these things produced, and we learn, don't we? When this happens, this is our response, and then the body has its own response as well. So it's good to remain aware. As I always say, number one thing is awareness. Knowing a few things about the mind, like it likes what's familiar and it learns through repetition, can be handy when we're challenging our thoughts. And we're waking up, as I said, to what we allow into our field as it programs us. We need to be selective and remain conscious. So looking at fear, it's a low vibe state, it's debilitating, and it results in inaction. It also makes you think you have to look outside of yourself to be saved. Like you have given your power away to this fear or to the thing that's inducing it and repeating it in your life. And you're now looking almost to be saved externally from what has been programmed into you. Now just inhale that awareness for a moment. Let it go. So the mind can have us living in a restrained, limited capacity. And we haven't allowed for the awareness of our interactive energy body, our expansive self, when we operate purely from the mind. An amazing tool. We have some amazing tools on hand. Our beautiful cloak of a body, our amazing mind, our brain, yes, our heart, our gut. Well, when we live in only what we can see and we've been trained to see, we're missing out on at least 90% of what's available and possible. What if you allowed yourself this year to tap into divine consciousness, that higher power? Then you can operate from an expanded version of yourself and not the limited one. Going back to the mind and the ease in which it can be programmed, we can use that to our advantage because what we expect and what we believe tends to show up. So we can change our expectations and begin to imagine more because that beats logical thought every time. Remember, we have the power of choice also. And if we're working towards achieving something, having something, we have to be aware of the underlying programs running beneath that desire. Perhaps in the past you told yourself you'd never have something because people in your family don't have it, no one's ever done it, dad didn't allow it, whatever it may be. These patterns that have become your belief and personality are actually obstacles to you manifesting even more and having a greater and more abundant life. So we get to choose whether something's pleasurable or not, and the mind's always seeking out pleasure. It's a survival mechanism to stay away from pain also, but we can hack it. We can make anything more pleasurable just by the way we phrase it and think about it, especially if it's a step towards your health or abundance goals. So images and words can help us create our reality and influence the mind. So we must stay aware of how we talk to ourselves. And I reiterate, staying conscious of the choices of materials, images, movies, games, etc. we watch, and choosing instead things that feel expansive and empowering. We can also hack the familiarity aspect of the mind by getting comfortable and familiarizing ourselves with habits and changes we'd like to make, and by using repetition of the positive words and positive changes we are making so they begin to feel like a safe option. And ideas and habits that the mind will keep on track with. When we allow it to be a safe choice, our mind will jump on board more readily to adopt that practice and to not believe the old story. And if your beliefs and habits become you and manifest, then why not make them beneficial beliefs and create a life, a reality, more to your conscious creation than an unconscious and limiting one? Your mind doesn't differentiate between good, bad, right, wrong, healthy, unhealthy, or true or false. It's just an amazing tool, not a complete judgment center. So at the moment, if you've noticed your thoughts and you're trying to judge things with your own thoughts, your mind doesn't see it like that. So you can reprogram it to adopt a new behavior, a new approach. Now, I wish you well on your journey. I encourage you to keep meditating or adopt a meditation practice to connect into that infinite source that is within you, within each one of us. And then we can help all together to propel this new consciousness forward into a much better, happier, yes, more joyful world for everyone. All my love, and please give this a thumbs up. Bye.